Yo, what is up? It's Jason Capital. That was my Neo intro. Hope you enjoyed it. Life is fucking amazing. How are things over there on your end of the world? Hope you're fucking fantastic. I hope you smell amazing as usual. I hope you love yourself as much as you truly should. I hope you're free flowing and sharing that fucking awesomeness and self-love with everyone that you fucking come into contact with, including the people you come into contact with who you also end up fucking. Switch. See how that works. Anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about me. So, status opened up today, dude. Fucking amazing. Finally, Project X took me 12 plus months. Took me more than 10 years to fucking master this shit and decode it entirely so I could break it down into a complete 42-day program and install it entirely into your subconscious, making you a fellow super high status motherfucker. So when everyone meets you there, their subconscious instantly looks at you, and that hierarchy detection mechanism looks at you and goes, boom! High status, let's put him at or near the top of the hierarchy, and let's treat him like we treat all the other people up there. Like that, you, that guy, you, fucking awesome. Can't tell. A little bit excited about this. Anyways, that is enough about me. Let's talk more about me. I'm just fucking with you. Let's talk about you. All right, so one of the things that I talk about in status, I think it's module 5, maybe module 4, is vocal tonality. Okay, vocal tonality is huge in sub-communicating that you are a high status motherfucker, particularly to the hot girls that you want to attract, fuck, and possibly even invest and spend some of your valuable, very valuable time with. All right, so a lot of people think, well, you got to have a deep voice, and that makes you seem high status, and yeah, that's kind of true. And some people say, well, you know, you also need to know how to control your voice and be a really good speaker, right? And know how to talk really fast when you're feeling really passionate, and other times know how to slow things down for emphasis and even potentially suspense. Okay, so there's lots of things that go into a high status voice or having high status vocal tonality. But there's one thing you may not know, all right? Back in, I don't actually know when the actual study took place, but there's a study done at Kent State University where they found, this is going to be pretty interesting, they found that it wasn't the depth of the voice that really communicated the highest status. It wasn't the ability to talk really fast when you're passionate or slow things down or build up suspense or have a loud, booming volume with which you communicate with the world, but actually the way that the status was highest communicated was the person who changed their vocal tonality to match the other person. Okay, for instance, if person A was talking to person B and person B started changing their voice to more, mirror and match person A, then person B was seen as a lower status and person A was seen as higher status. Interesting, right? So I know for me, and when I was younger, when I was playing basketball, if I was playing basketball with like an older kid, let's say I was freshman, I was 14, I was playing basketball with the varsity kids or something, and one of the seniors had a certain way of talking, and he was like the captain and the man on the team, and I'd be playing with him. If I was talking to him, I noticed that my voice would just subconsciously start changing, start fucking around, and start like, not talking how I normally talk just to match his, okay, because he was the fucking man and I was just a freshman at the time. Who knew one day I'd grow up to be Jason fucking Capital? Beautiful thing. God, I love life. Anyways, you may notice if you're older, let's say you work for a boss, that when you're talking to someone who works under you, that you just fucking dominate them vocally, but when a boss talks to you, you actually notice your voice changing, and maybe it's lowers or it changes to kind of match and mirror their vocal tonality. Okay, that's your subconscious saying, I see this person as higher status than me, and I'm gonna change who I am and change my shit up to match theirs. Okay, and the truth is, in very particular situations, that might be a good thing. Right? Maybe if you're looking for a mentor in a particular thing, you don't want to be more high status than your mentor, okay? Because then they're going to feel threatened and they're not going to fucking share all their wisdom and gold and knowledge with you. Okay, so maybe in that situation, you want them to feel a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. I'll talk more about that in high status, in the status training, but just a little bit, right? Just a little bit lower status in them to make them feel really good so they don't feel threatened, and then they just share everything with you. But generally speaking, you don't want to be changing your vocal tonality at all, okay, with whoever you're talking with. I talk about this in status all the time, but you want to have the same vocal tonality across all stratospheres. Okay, I'm going to say that again in the status way, in the way we say it. You want to have the same vocal tonality across all stratospheres, okay, across all stratospheres, no matter who you're talking to, where you're at, who you're with, what you're doing, your vocal tonality is the same. Okay, it's the exact same. that self-loving, beautiful, free-flowing, dominant, whatever, however you speak, whatever it is, it's the same, no matter who you're talking with or how what girl you're talking to, okay? I'm kind of losing my words here. And you're pissing me off because you're making me do it, because you're distracting, because you're so good looking. God, it's annoying. I'm fucking all over the place today, okay? So that was the main point I wanted to get across to you. Hopefully I just jolted you out of your fucking seat, and now I can slip this anchor inside of you a little bit deeper than maybe a normal teacher would, which is kind of what I do as a leader. So just remember that, okay? Next time you're talking to a really hot girl, notice if subconsciously your voice starts to change a little bit to match hers, okay? If it does, fucking catch yourself. Remember Jason Capital. Remember he cares about you. Remember when he told you what to do. And do not change your voice, okay? Keep your vocal tonality the same. Let her change her vocal tonality to match yours, because then that'll sub-communicate back to her subconscious that you are high status in her. Because you know what? You fucking take action, you bet on yourself, you love yourself, you're free-flowing, you're charming, you flip power switches, you're high status, you follow Jason Capital, you read books, you take action, you have a huge fucking vision, you are fucking awesome. And truthfully, most people should be lower status than you, and they should be working to live up to your fucking standards. All right, so that's it for me today. A crazy fucking video. I love you, but I love me too. Peace, man.